or 5 times since, but never been able to stay there, and just trying to be able to sustain like high level play, I guess,
Yeah.
and kind of hit a point where you're not sure what's going wrong and you feel like you're just doing things.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get better, sometimes you get worse. I know a little bit of that's just like progression, but
Yep.
wanting to try to find some sustainable improvement.
Yep. 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 Okay. What rank are you at right now? And have been, I
I think
guess,
in
for
this,
this past season.
yeah, so peaking at like Masters 1, I think this video is at like Masters 4. So I
Okay.
just moved through Masters.
Okay, that's good to know. All right, Lucio and Ana at the time of the form, is that still the case, or has that changed?
Yeah, that's what I play. I looked at my career profile and they're actually almost the exact same time played. Just I usually pick one or the other. I can fit into most team comps with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll flex to like Kiri, Brig, Zen if there's like an extreme case. I know that
Yep.
you like advocate for smaller hero pool. Actually, I
Mm-hmm.
haven't heard you. If has your opinion on that changed with hero bans that you like need to expand a
No,
little bit, or is it
no. I
still?
mean, I think you can use you can use your judgment, right? Like
Yeah,
Lucio Ana is probably going to be safe 99.9% of the time, and when you get a Roadhog OTP on the enemy team or on your team, then yeah, sure, go Kiri. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
yeah,
That's the TLDR of it, right? Like you can pretty much use your sense.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it's totally fine. And now, in terms of playtime, 2 to 3 hours per day, has that changed?
No, I think that's pretty
Okay,
consistent.
so pretty consistent. Okay, do you have a warm-up routine, or do you have any questions about your training? Because you're doing all the boring things, right? Like you are training consistently. You have a relatively small hero pool. You've been doing so for a while. Anything else?
Yeah, no, I think I've got a good like mentality for improvement in like a competitive setting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I've got a reasonable warm up routine. So I think all of that's generally okay. And I think I'm pretty good at like,
Okay.
hey, right now I'm focusing, right now I'm just having fun.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. Okay, I guess my main challenge is like you're checking so many boxes for me, which is great. But the problem is that you're kind of at a point in time where like that's not going to be quite good enough.
Yeah.
So I would say not necessarily that what you're doing is bad, but also at the same time you're not exactly aiming for high rank. You're already there. Like we're talking about if you even are hitting Masters 1 in this season, you're better than like 99.5% of the players, right? So just know that like I'm not saying that playtime is a necessarily limiting factor, but it is something that is worth considering, and that may not be something that you can actually change. So we're
Yeah.
gonna have to find like what can we absolutely, if we could squeeze every little bit of value out of what you're currently doing right now, what would that look like? And I guess that's why we're here.
Yeah, I think so. And I'm sure I can improve at every like when I
Sure.
look back at replays of myself, I'm like, what am I doing here? What am I doing? Like
Yeah, yeah,
I know
yeah.
I could get better
But see,
at
that's
everything.
that's the thing though. It's like it's not just because you can recognize errors in your gameplay doesn't necessarily mean that playtime isn't still a limiting factor. You get what I'm
Sure.
saying? Because the problem is
Yeah.
still that you are not doing what you know to do, which means you need to train more. So then we're like, okay, well we're right back where we started again. You kind of get what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I guess my point being is like, again, we can take a look at that. We'll give you some goals, but I'm going to be the bearer of bad news in this regard, right? Like there is still going to need to be change in that regard. So we're just going to have to take a look.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, Lucio Ana. Now, why Lucio Ana? Has it always been Lucio Ana? Has that been a? What does that look like over Overwatch 2? Because obviously, like support's changed so very much.
Yeah. I think that I started out as a Lucio OTP back in
Yep.
Overwatch 1. Like I think I started playing the game like around Echo release, so relatively late in Overwatch 1.
Yep.
And just found Lucio fun. It was like I think like most people when they engage with Overwatch, you find like a hero that's mechanics you've never whose mechanics you've never seen in a game before, and you're like, oh, this is like really fun. This is very different than things I've played before. And then just found that there were cases where I felt like I was throwing the game when it was like Mercio Lucy or Mercy Lucio or something like that, and
Yep. Yep.
got into playing Ana. And I think like looking at my win percentage, I think they're about exactly the same.
Yep.
So I think I play them both at a reasonable level.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yep. Yep. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Talk about. I guess the last thing on your thing is the fluctuations between
yeah.
aggression and passivity, and maybe this is kind of where the last thing we talk about before we take a look at gameplay.
Yeah, this is something I struggle with a lot. And I think it happened. I grabbed two replay codes, both where I played Lucio on Flashpoint, and I feel like Lucio does well on Flashpoint, but one where I felt like I was trying to enable the team, I was playing a little bit more passively, a little bit more safe, and I just felt like I was doing nothing. And then this one, I was playing a little bit more aggressive. I was trying to flank and dive a little bit more with my DPS and my tank. And then I feel like when that happens, sometimes I'm just leaving my other support, who's doing the bulk of the healing, to die. And you never know if it's like, okay, is it like we're winning fights, but they die every fight, but then I can see
Yeah.
they're getting frustrated. Should I be peeling more? Do they just need to switch to like Kirimura or something like that where they can just like TP out, which they eventually do because I can tell they're getting frustrated that they're dying. And I've been on that side too, where it's like, hey, could you just peel for me a little bit? And it's really hard to recognize like, should I be playing aggressively? Should I be playing passively? And I feel like I fluctuate between like feeding and getting no value.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I honestly think like one of the worst things that you can possibly do is try to establish a narrative with how support is to be played.
Sure.
The
Yeah, I
only
got
thing
you.
that you should do is, I mean, you've probably seen some of my sessions, is put yourself on an angle that makes the most sense in terms of the range of your character, and then just do whatever value is provided. Like if you've ever seen like really, really high ranked support play, I'm talking about like pro level support play.
Yeah.
It like fluctuates wildly from like ridiculously DPS heavy to heal botting, depending on the situation. And
Yeah. I mean, I've
and it's just like it's what's there, it's what's needed at that point in time. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, and sometimes I feel like I'll watch like Chio or something like that, and it seems like he is just sitting on the furthest angle, just like farming beat, like spamming,
Right.
just trying not to
Right.
die and then trying not to get
Right, right,
Ajaxed.
right, and you're looking at the situation that in which case that's necessary, right? In which case that's
Yeah,
being done. Then you're like, oh, okay, I guess that kind of makes sense, right? And then you look at a situation where you're in ranked or they're in ranked or they're playing versus a completely different composition, and it's like completely different, right? So it's like it don't establish a narrative that it's your job to keep your tank up or your support up or your DPS up or to damage or to heal or to just do what's available. Like you're at a point in time now where you're not a gold player or a silver player that needs some guidance on what are the rules, what are the fundamentals, what are the basic things I can kind of latch my teeth into. You're mature, you've been playing this game long enough, you should be able to handle nuance. And if you can't handle nuance, you don't deserve Grandmaster. It's as
yeah,
simple as that. So
yeah,
all I'm going to do here is we're going to look for some basic things that you can work on, yeah? But
yeah,
we're going to look at the code that you have here, and we're going to go, does your action from this position feel like the most valuable thing that you could be doing right now? And if the answer is no, then why were you doing it? And we're going to look for trends here that like, oh, in certain situations like this, I tend to get distracted from the most valuable thing because I like doing this instead. We need to address that issue and so on.
yeah,
Does that make sense?
yeah, totally. And
Okay.
I'm 100% sure I do that
Oh,
all the
I'm
time.
sure
Whether
you
it's
do.
like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
distracted or it's like fun and I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
do this right now.
We all do it. I mean, we all do the whole, we got to pick, let's just shoot the fortified Orisa because we're up one kind of a thing. And it's like, well, that's how you lose games,
Absolutely.
right? Like that's how you
Yeah.
lose fights, right? So, okay. Which one are you here?
Oh no, sorry.
Okay. No problem. Okay. Any more strategic, etc. questions about Lucio on it specifically?
Like loose. Oh, like those two characters
Yeah, just
independently.
strategy, cooldown use, positioning, anything along those lines.
Um, I think I'm aware of something I do on Lucio when I watch other people play that are also high level that die less than me is I tend to go, and you'll see it here in this very first fight, I tend to go all in more than I should rather than just like supporting and then knowing when to back off without dying.
Okay.
I think it's a mistake I'm
When should you go all
recognizing
in?
myself. Um, I mean, my thought is
Very
that
broad
if I could,
question, so give me a broad answer.
yeah, if the trade is better for my team, if I'm drawing
How do you know
attention,
that?
I'm okay. So I would say like if I could kill Diana, I think
How
I
can
would
you kill
trade.
Diana? And
So
under
if she
what
were,
circumstances can you kill Diana?
yeah, yeah, yeah. If she like, okay, if I know Kiri doesn't have TP in this comp, and I've seen her
That's
use,
a pretty hard gauge, right? But yeah, keep
yeah,
going.
yeah, yeah. So if I see her like split and I've seen her use probably at least one of her cooldowns, probably nade,
Okay.
then I think I could probably go in and get that kill.
Yeah, yeah. What about your resources?
Um, I don't know if I necessarily, I mean, like amp. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know if I necessarily need that. I think I could get the kill a lot of the times
Okay.
without that, maybe not get out.
Yeah.
And maybe my
Okay.
positioning, if I were like,
Okay.
if I can come from an elevated spot, then usually you can like get a headshot combo much more easily than if you're like on
See,
this
now you're
map. It's
thinking like a
tunnel
real
around.
Overwatch player, right? Like you're looking for like when do I look for an opportunity to go? It's like, well, when I have more resources than they do.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's it. You know, I could be coaching a Tracer player right now. I could be coaching, a freaking Junker Queen player right now. Like, when do I just run into an Ana? When I have Shout and she doesn't have Nade, or Sleep or whatever. It's like, it's not that different. So when you say, I just go all the way in right now, the problem is not the aggression. The problem is that you're just not being calculated about it, right? You
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
hold this angle here with this Tracer because you're looking for opportunities. You can hold the angle, control space, and just for example, you don't even know if they're on it. You don't even know if there's anybody on this angle right now. So there's
No.
nothing wrong with getting a little bit of scouting, getting a little bit of information first, and then looking for that. The other way to look at things as well is it's like, don't wait for resources to be used if you can find a way if you're not getting value in the meantime. So I like you holding this off angle here. Like you can get a lot of value shooting and damaging and healing your Tracer and vision and off angle control and right. But like, if you are in a position to where you are not forcing resources with your existence, then your existence on that position is meaningless. So if you go back to, like, I'm looking for these resources to be used so that I can dive on it. Yes, but what are you doing to force that nade and force that sleep? If you're not in a better position than that Ana, you're not going to force that sleep dart and nade, right? Now, your positioning looks very different from Ana, but if I look at this right now, and I were to say you're holding this angle with Tracer, or you're even right here, right? Like right here. If you are just sitting here, like not committing all the way in, but like harassing this soldier, this is going to force cooldowns, no?
Yeah.
Like this
he's already
is
used heal
a
station.
problem. This is a problem, and you've not really had to use much of anything here, right? So okay, he's gone. The problem was not the play. What was the problem? It's more of a micro thing.
I mean, I think it was I could have done the exact same thing from, I don't know, distances, but like 10 feet back from like this.
Like why
right
are
outside
you,
this
why
doorway.
not just here?
Exactly.
In no world. I guess part of it was like you were not expecting them to be here. I assume.
I didn't. Yeah, I was surprised by how slow they were. To be honest, I thought he was the last one, not the first.
I understand that. So we're going to cut you a little bit of slack here, but we can use this as an example, even if this wasn't exactly a huge mistake in this instance, of where like the aggression wasn't the problem. The aggression that put you in the open space was the problem, and the difference between good aggression and sloppy aggression was literally just a question of cover or not. And I think a lot of people get that wrong,
Totally.
There's nothing wrong with this as a concept. Just don't put yourself physically there. And then this entire fight goes differently. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. Okay, we're good here. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You could have held on that angle with Tracer and just poked at the soldier and easily forced anything and everything just by existing there.
Yep.
I like this space because there's a lot of verticality and it's a nice congested area. You should be fine here. This is good. Good. Sure? Yeah, that's fine. Weird amp. Very strange amp. Talk me through this amp.
I think I saw the health marker on my Tracer and just thought amp.
Sure.
It's like my monkey brain answer.
That's true, but the health is gone. So what should you be doing now?
Switch to speed, and I
Switch
do,
to
but
speed.
slowly. Yeah.
Very slowly, which means you eat a fire strike. You see what I'm saying? So something to consider. Kill. Good. Again, the aggression wasn't the problem, but like your preservation of your life during that almost was, if that makes sense. Go ahead.
Yeah, it does. No, I was just gonna say there are times, like 5 seconds before this, I don't know what I was doing. I was just like sitting there, like right here, right after the kill, right after I get the kill on the Genji. I feel like I'm just doing nothing.
Okay, well let's take a look here. Like here?
Or like here. I don't know what I'm doing right here.
You're just moving around. You're listening.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I don't know. Like, if you take time to process what to do, like unless you're on like crack, like you're gonna need a second to kind of evaluate what's going on, So it's fine.
Yeah.
It's all right. Okay. Sure. It's a good angle for you. Good space. amping so that she can get to where you want to be faster. Here's food for thought, though. Is there anything wrong with you staying here?
No, I think I was afraid my Ana was going to get walked on there.
And that's your
See-
problem. That's your problem. That's your problem.
Okay. Okay.
Your job to protect your Ana is to get value where you are. If you were already here, then you would be getting maximum aura value and minimum angle value. That's okay. That's what Lucio's nuance is. If you were to get here, you'd be getting minimum aura value, but maximum angle value, which means harassment off of Genji, harassment off of Soldier, playing your life here, tickling, distracting, which means that your Ana would only, and I mean only, have to worry about Reinhardt walking on her. There would be no real significant threat of a pin. Do you see what this Genji's trying to do?
Yeah, he took the angle I just vacated.
And now what is he threatening?
He's going on the Ana.
Right. Do you see what I'm saying? Does this mean that this position is bad for you? No, it's a little bit of an angle, a little bit of verticality. It's a little open right now, but you adjust that and you get some R value. It's all right. It's all right. It's not terrible, right? A little messy in the execution, but it's okay. But this is exactly my point. What you tried to do was cross an open space. Why that was bad was because you were elsewhere and it cost you a cooldown to change to a net neutral benefit. You see the difference? Whereas simply holding this angle with your tracer, or even if she leaves, you hold this space here, harass, distract, mark, shoot, harass to shoot, mark, back, shoot, harass, push, look for an opportunity to go in and dive. That would have been what would have kept your Ana alive. More so than what you're doing right now. Because if you think about it, what kept your Ana alive here from the right? The Ana. The Ana kept her alive.
She hit all of her cooldowns.
She nade, she managed her distance, she rotated away, she kept herself alive, right? Now, she might not have done so, but then that's not your fault. That's not your problem, regardless, right? So, there's going to be situations where, this is good beat, where you will want to be around your Ana because you like the position that she's in. There's a lot of dive threats. One of the great examples of being with a support player is if there are a lot of characters that you can't exactly stop from staging. Ball, Sombra, you can mark tracers really well, even stuff like Doomfist and so on. You get a lot of value out of marking those characters because they just come in really fast and really quick. And so in these situations, playing like positions like this here or here is really good, okay? So regardless though, like whatever you decide to do, stick with it.
And I find those games almost easier when I know that there's a Doomfist or a Ball, and it's just like, okay, I'm going to sit on some kind of high ground where I know they're going to be coming from, and I'm going to look for a boop.
I can just all the thinking out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you got to be better than that.
You're right, but we won't have to think. Right? Yeah,
and here's the thing too: is like you're robbing yourself of one of the most satisfying things in Overwatch, which is problem solving. Right? It takes more effort, but in the long run, that is really what fun comes from. It's satisfying to feel yourself figuring out and solving a problem lifetime. So
totally.
Good beat. I don't care if you're up 1-2. They committed 2 ults. You guys are up 2. It's the only way you lose if you don't beat that. And so, yeah. Okay. Good job. It's fine. And this is kind of stuff I'm talking about. You're just getting a little aura value, a little chip damage. You're not on an angle, but it's not really a good long angle for you anyway, so who cares? I mean, this is a little bad.
I felt like I was behind the team again.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't make a decision. You weren't really on your tracer, and you weren't really on your team, and you weren't really on your own angle. Like, if you could have been here and chipping, being a little Frogger mode, that would have been really helpful. You could have been under with your tracer. You could have been with your team. It's just... The problem with Lucio is that a lot of people look at his kit as you can transition from point A to point B quickly. And that is true, but that is never something that you should rely off of. It should always be, if you have to, you can. Mm-hmm. The good example it's like coaching Genji players that use their dash to get close to targets. And I'm like, that's like your last resort to get close to target. That should be more of like you get out of jail free card or your pursue target or whatever. Like if you're using your dash to get onto targets, it means that you're mispositioned. If you're using your amp to get to your team or your wall ride to get to your team, you're mispositioned. You need to be making your time invested so that you can use your amp and you can use your wall ride not to get to your team, but to win situations like these. You get what I'm saying?
Totally.
So,
something I didn't even notice that I was doing until now. Obviously, I've done it twice from amping.
And the reason why I'm fixated on it is because it's one of those fundamentals that you can hang your hat off of. It doesn't play the game for you, but it tells you what you should be doing in any given moment. When you're learning this, I don't know if you want to be with your team or you want to be on the angle, but whatever you do, you need to commit. You need to commit. Yep. It's going to force you to learn the game, but it's also going to give you some guidance about how you should be practicing. Like right now, if you have decided that this is where you want to play because you can get good speed value here, and this space, by the way, is good for you. But there's one of the most important thing, by the way, that we're pointing out is that the map here feels good. The map here also feels good. The map here also feels good. But if that's not the case, and there's like playing with your team or playing on the flank or one of those feels bad, then don't do that one. Because if the map is bad, don't do the angle.
Okay.
I was coaching a scrimmage team a few weeks ago on Colosseo first fight. And they had seen a lot of Lucio Tracer +1s in the pro play, right? Mm-hmm. And so I don't know if you can picture Colosseo in your brain. There's like the point, the little glass area where, or it used to be the glass and run the robot. And then there's the other area towards like the fountain that's really naked, really open, right? Mm-hmm. And the Tracer, obviously, she's going to go on the fountain side. And the Lucio player I was coaching was going with the Tracer, and it was a big mistake. You tell me why.
Just because there's no angle for him there?
Well, yeah, exactly. It's completely wide open.
Right.
It's not good for you as a Lucio player to be in that space. So what's important? If we're playing Kiri Lucio, it's going to be Kiriko Tracer, not Lucio Tracer there.
Right.
And that's weird, that right? So then you would play with your tank more. Why? Just because that area inside feels a lot better for you. Now, that might change. Generally, once you start to incorporate some of that verticality up top or go underneath later on in the point, you could start to go with your tracer and do stuff like that. But yeah, don't follow the set thing of I have to be with my tank, I have to be with my support, I have to be with my tracer. A lot of it depends on the context of the ults, but a lot of it also depends on what the map gives you. Right now, we've had a lot of choices because this map so far has been very friendly to you. There have been no bad positions for you to go. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I thought about the like feel good, but it's like at this point, like you've played the game enough, like the feel good, I didn't even realize that I'm never in that space as Lucio on Colosseo, and it's because there's like nothing to wall ride on there. Like unless I'm escaping and bailing, I'm never there.
Well, that's why it's probably if you've ever played Lucio in like let's say Dorado on attack, you kind of have to go aggressive. Like you have to flank because there isn't any generic pop pressure my tank position that isn't going to get you shot from 4 different high grounds, right? So you have to go play tracer, like literally, like you have to go play. But whereas here you could be more like team oriented Lucio, quote unquote, because this is a good spot for you. You can get a lot done without really risking your life too much. Okay. Same kind of thing here. There's a little bit of ADHD going on here. Like I see this here, and then it's like you second guess yourself. You know, it's like no, this is fine. You can work with your hazard here. You know, you could work with your tracer here if you want. Like you just make a choice.
Yeah.
This is fine. This is fine. But do you notice that like the reason why I highlight the map is because it condemns foolishness like this. Right here. Right? When
just like shooting the back of a fortified Orisa.
No, not necessarily, but look at where you're moving to. Why are you here?
Yeah,
it's a small detail, but it's important. I know why. Like it's kind of a facetious question. It's like I'm gonna go peel something. What?
Exactly.
What are you doing? Like what? No. Like it's a fortified Orisa. Your Ana is gonna live or die, and if you're gonna give your Ana speed, you need to go to your Ana, and physically go to your Ana. And then also behind a corner. So like if your job is to quote unquote peel your Ana here, because what would you do? Where would you go?
Behind Ana, I guess.
Right. And what would you be amping? And where would you
to get her out?
Right. You'd be amping speed here, right? Because again, this is a wall, so this is good for us, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're going back and looking at tank and like no. So you've got options here, okay? So you can either go and you can amp your Ana because you're next to your Ana with speed. Great choice. What's your other choice here?
Just sit right here.
Just sit right here. This angle is great. This angle is amazing. This is the Lucio angle. So if you park it right here, Merry Christmas, right? Immediate death with your Genji and Tracer. Sell your Ana. Nobody cares. Nobody likes her anyway, right? It's the ADHD, right? You know? And then because you're positioned poorly, what happens? You get javelined. You get javelined, you get out of position. You get out of position, Ana dies. You see what I'm saying? The idea of peeling your Ana was not bad, but you didn't put yourself in a good position to do so.
Yeah.
And there's a real tendency here as well for the amp healing That just seems to kind of be your default choice, and then you don't really realize or think about whether it should be done at all. Like amping there was good, but obviously in hindsight, it's like it needed to be amp speed for sure. But yeah, okay. This transition is good. You know, I think it's kind of funny. Like once your Ana dies, it's all of a sudden you're playing the game properly again, because it simplifies your thought process.
Exactly.
Is all this making sense?
Yeah, no, it totally is. And I'm seeing a couple of patterns in terms of like using amp when I'm changing my position for no reason.
Yeah. And you're
Trading
changing
a good
position
angle for a
because
bad
you
angle.
feel like you have to, right?
Yeah.
And then when you do, like this is
I did it
literally,
again.
this is perfect, right? It's perfect. It's the exact same thing. We're literally talking about it, right? You see your tracer, you go, oh, I should be with my tracer because...
Exactly.
Now, goodness knows why you think you should be with your tracer here. I think it's because your Ana's not currently being dove, so object permanence, so therefore it means that she will never get dove, I guess. And so you're like, okay, well, I should go with my tracer.
Exactly.
Tracer's 50 meters away. Well, that's why I have speed. That's why I have my amp, right?
Right.
And it's funny. It's funny. You don't even commit. You stop. I'm like, no, keep going. Speed. Like, you're not going to live by stopping and amp healing in front of you. Like, you're never going to live this, right? Like, you're either behind the wall or you're dead, right? And there you go. So you do a bad job of healing your Ana. You do a bad job of helping your tracer. And so you get nothing.
Just like pick something to do.
Yeah. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. This is good.
No.
There's nothing to do now, so you might as well. Like this is the setup phase, right? Like you haven't chosen your Pokemon here, and so now we are, and so now here we go. Good.
Oh, this one was a little better than the last one, where instead of amping into the two people, I sat back on a decent angle and just...
Yeah, and you're also in setup
heals.
phase, right? Like you haven't even taken a position yet. This fight hasn't even started, so you're going, oh, let's go play with Tracer. Oh, look at that, Genji. Be smart, you know. Not fully committing here, right? Look, waiting for opportunities, being patient. Yeah. Let me look at that, right?
Yeah.
Good job. Good. I like this. I don't mind that either if you think that the soldier's repositioned far enough away to he's not a problem. But this is another one of those situations where you very easily could have stayed on the soldier. And by staying on the soldier, I don't necessarily mean committing to kill, but just going... He's my responsibility, right? Because I'm on him right now. So if I leave him, he might vacate the premises, or he might come right back, right? I don't know. So what happens here is you go back, you tickle the Orisa, and then now we have a problem.
Yeah.
You kind of get what I'm saying? So like this is like, it's like you go back, but I don't really know why you went back. You know, like you went back and then you did literally what, like 60 damage to the Orisa? You might as well just stay in the soldier there, right? Or if you're going to go for the Orisa, like really go for the Orisa, because yeah, okay.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I mean, it's like clockwork. It's the same mistake every time, every single time. So that's good though. It's good. You know, it's perfect. It's a perfect thing to practice because it's not a compositional situational. It's an on-map situational. It's just maybe it's compositional situational, as you said, in the fact that when it is less streamlined, I have problems with this more, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is exactly what you need to practice. This kind of decision making.
No, because it's like if I'm in a Rhine like brawl comp, I know I'm generally going to be sitting with my team. I know when there's like a ball or something diving.
It's funny you say that because
kinda
that's actually not
ankle.
even true necessarily either. We might have to look at another code here, you know. But I know what you're saying. I'm not playing semantics with you. Yeah, if it's easier, then you're gonna have a simpler, at least to your understanding. Even if your understanding is wrong, then okay, yeah. But at least you have only one thing you have to think about. Right?
Yeah,
exactly. So okay, it's funny here because you're doing the exact same thing. You could absolutely just hang under here, and this is great for you, right? Like, you can do all sorts of crap from this here. But you're like, oh, gotta go help my tank. Oh, gotta go taxi my Ana. Oh, no, I gotta go to my tank, my Genji. Oh, gotta go with my... I don't know what I'm amping. I'm just gonna beat. You know, it's like... your hazard's kind of cooked. Like, that's not exactly your fault, right? But I will say what is your fault is that you really haven't done anything, right? Like, you could have very easily played underneath your hazard and played in the cover. You could have hard flanked with your tracer way sooner. You could have taxied your Ana. Just make a choice here.
Yeah.
And for... Ugh, man, it's just so much Lucio. You know, Lucio with heal aura.
Yeah.
It's not because your mechanics are bad either. It's just occasionally you just, I think, prioritize the wrong things. That's all.
Just default to like the easiest
thing
for my mind to think about.
Yeah, it's like I'm helping my team. I'm giving you guys
Yeah.
15 healing per second or something, you know? It's like, it's all right, well. Amp heal's not always bad. I think amp heal's okay if your team is in the middle of a... If you got, like, let's say 2 or 3 in your aura and, you know, you don't need to move around a lot. Like, you guys are willing to take the engagement right where you stand. It's probably fine, but...
Yeah.
Your choice, right? Now, I would say one of these choices is bad. The choice of going with your Ana is bad. Why?
Because there's nothing that's going to threaten her, and she's very far back.
Right.
And
So
also,
no threat means no engagement. Go ahead.
I'm already seeing like it's the same thing where like I should have already been in this spot. Like
Yep.
like if I was gonna go with Tracer, I should have already been with Tracer. If I was gonna
Yeah.
sit on the wall like close to Hazard, I should have already been there. If I was gonna be
Yep.
low ground like poking, and I'm kind of in the worst spot, like high ground,
Yeah.
far away.
If you were
by myself.
froggering, you would be here, basically
Right.
hiding and then wrapping around here, which, by the way, without help would also still be really good. It's all about the position of Lucio that you want to take, right? So, yeah, the reason why Lucio is good at peeling, and this is the same thing with Brigitte, this is just generally with characters that peel, is that they like that type of range. They're good at fighting in it, and they're also good at knocking people away from it. There's this like delicious irony with Boop as a Lucio Brigitte tool that they're like, I want to get up close to you, but I also want to knock you away. You know?
Right.
So that's why they're so good, is because when people dive your Ana, they're engaging with you, which is what you want, right? You want something to do. So
Exactly.
when you look at the situation here, unless it's Orisa, it's not that Orisa, Genji, Soldier, whatever Kiriko cannot stage onto your Ana. It's not that they can't, it's just that they aren't.
Right.
If
I'm just walking through main door.
Right. So it's like, I don't even care if this is a Doomfist comp or a Winston comp. If you see this here, this is all you need to know that this Ana is not a threat. And so you need to be defending that space early before they get to the position where they can go for your Ana. Whether that's here or hard flanking or here. Go ahead.
Now I'm realizing they've just switched to Zen. I'm like playing like a Zen, but as Lucio. Like I'm getting so much less value.
Yeah, and again, I want to highlight, even if they were on Divey or Heroes, this is still too far for them to be a threat. So you have to... The problem with you being here is that this Zen Orisa is going to bully your Hazard without your help, or going to bully your Hazard without helping your Tracer if you're not helping your Tracer, right? So exactly, this is why I said this whole like passive like versus aggressive mindset needs to go, right? You just need to put yourself in a spot to where you were effective and trust your value here. You could be pumping damage into this fortified Orisa, and it wouldn't feel great, but it would be very, very, very... it'd be a big improvement over what you're doing right now, right? Shoot, boop you off. Oh, there's Zen. I can go dive and deal with that, right? That's kind of like what we're looking for, because now we're slowly losing space. Why? Well, because we don't have a Lucio player.
Yeah.
Again, the amping is just really random. I look at amp. This is why when I was asking earlier about your resources with diving Ana, it's not that you always have to use an amp, but if you want to use your amp to guarantee killing that Zenyatta on the flank, or helping your Tracer on the flank, or speeding your Hazard need, that's fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's absolutely... Because it's funny, you were very reticent about amping to win a duel with an Ana without coolness. Like, I don't think I need it. And yet here we are amping healing in the middle of the open. So it's like, that would be a strict upgrade from your amp usage right now. So don't hesitate.
Like having a reason.
Like right now, if you want to amp this here and do something with it, like this here, right? This is fine. Like that amp allowed you to get here. So I'm okay with it. I mean, that's all right. I mean, he bladed, which is like annoying, but yeah, sure. That's all right. I can live with that. Like without that amp, you don't get to the point to where you're forcing blade. That's the way to look at it. Amp is very much an offensive advantage. Don't go, oh, I should have saved amp for that. Without amp, you wouldn't have forced the blade.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you do something with it, so. This is just bad execution. I wouldn't even say bad execution, not great execution, but I don't think any of this is terrible. You decide to amp main with your Ana, you tag your Hazard, you go up top because this architecture is pretty good for Lucio. Because you don't have your amp and because your Genji's dead, you don't have as many resources or advantages to win this, and you end up dying. But to be honest, it's what we call an earned death. You did stuff, it's fine. This is actually criminal. Like this Zenyatta just deadlifted his team. Look, you want to see something fun? Look at this. Look at this. This is insane. Check this out.
Yeah.
Check this out.
And why am I not on the Zen? Like, what?
I mean, you didn't know he was there because you were
Yeah,
late from
yeah.
the previous death. So, like, again, that's hindsight, right? Like, you did something wrong. It gets worse, though.
Ooh.
It gets worse.
Oh, yeah. That was bad.
And that's that. That's crazy. Okay.
So this is how we lost the game. So now I'm winning.
Yeah. That kill in your Ana was it. So. Fine. Sure. I mean, you're allowed to second guess yourself early on, right? You've got time, right? So
Yeah.
we're still kind of setting up here. So you're transitioning over, and now you're here. Sure. This is fine. So this was a very easy transition for you. You could have very easily transitioned to your tracer. You could have stayed here. You could have transitioned back here. You chose to transition back here. I don't have a problem with this. I do have a problem with the amp.
Yeah, there's no reason.
Yeah, so this is, remember we said amp heals fine if you're standing still. Well, technically the case, kind of, sort of, but also clearly not what you want to do, right? Like you're going to be moving soon, in which case an amp speed now would make a lot more sense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you look at the situation here, you're like, oh man, this fight's lost. You and your hazard have to make something happen, like right now. And you can't now because you can't. So we're sitting back here, we're sitting back here, we're sitting back here, and then, you know, whatever. So I don't think where you were was bad there up until the very end, in which case I think you should have gone for a trade. But I think the amp was pretty atrocious. So, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, the reason this is good is because this area is not bad for you. You can have lots of opportunities to rotate, so this is all right. You just lost him. It's fine. Yeah, this is good. It's nice. That's alright. Good job. Good trades. And this is with your Ana dead immediately to a right click from the Zen, too.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you couldn't have stopped. Good. Yes. Yes. Honestly, go for it. Yeah, do it. No, you are in there with an amp, with a soldier you have eyes on. You need to win this duel. You need to win this duel. This is a resource trade, right? Because you're like, you know that he doesn't have Helix or Visor or Healing Station, or he's down something, right? You know this, right? And you have amp and you're in his face, it's over. You should win that duel 60% of the time. And this here is not terrible, but do you see how, like, it's so brain rot? Like, if you choose to not go here, then you need to go amping speed to your hazard, or to your Orisa, or to the Orisa, and knocking her around so that she doesn't finish it off. Like, you're still in the open here.
Yeah, and I can see my brain. I was like, I'm gonna get to my hazard, and then I see the Orisa ult, and I'm amping anyway, even though I'm not there.
Yeah.
It's like I had a thought process and got caught in the middle.
Yep. Exactly. Okay. Yep. No. It's not bad. It's just you were right there. You knew it. You knew what she was going to do. But yet your mind immediately migrates to, I'm going to be a team player.
Exactly. I'd gotten in my head at this point because I saw my Ana dying over and over and over. I was like, all right, I'm going to try to make my Ana's life a little bit easier. And then we start losing the game, right? Like,
well, it's funny because, like,
points.
what has she died to, right? So she's died a couple times because you have second guessed your advantage and then gone back to help her and done a really bad job of it. Either not positioning yourself well, not amping, not bealing, whatever. You sat on top of her when she wasn't under threat, got no value, got impatient, and then got threat elsewhere, but at that point it was too late, right? And then she's just freaking died to Zenyatta right clicks, you know? Like, she's just gotten sniped. Like, what are you supposed to do about that, you know? Yeah. So this is why it's not your job to be the analyst.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have overhead view. You know, with the power of hindsight here, we've seen how most of your honest deaths have been her fault. Some have been your fault because of how you're responding, not the idea of you're not peeling enough, right? This is not a threat. to your Ana. If your Ana can't space this out, that's her problem, not yours. Yeah. You know? Meanwhile, if your Tracer dies here, that is your problem, not hers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at this.
And Tracer gets a kill, and yeah, she's...
Like, she very easily could have died here. And they very easily, if your hazard doesn't help there, like that very, I'm just looking at the kill feed and your Ana's dead anyway. And I'm like what's the point? Like, it's funny too, because you go to help your Ana by booping Orisa, and then just like
she walks right
leave.
in front of
Then you just you just leave. Like I don't understand, like, what was the plan there? Like, it was like, oh, Orisa, I have to be careful of Orisa. But Orisa's like 1, and you have a corner here?
And I run away, and then Ana crosses.
And you run away anyway because you're like, oh, I'm gonna go help my cast. But why? Like, you were right here. It's crazy. Like, you really do have popcorn problem. Like, it's literally one thing, then the next thing, then the next thing, then the next thing, then the next thing, and you're not doing any of them well.
Yeah.
Like, now this is fine. Like, we could do this all day long with Orisa, you know. So it's just very strange, and it's worth keeping an eye on that tendency. When there's a lot of things to do, you cannot do a lot of things. That's the thing.
I just need to pick something, even if it's like the
right.
worst plan. At least it's a plan and not
exactly. It's not that you can't adjust on the fly, but you need a really good reason to adjust on the fly.
Yeah, and I've seen so many times where I get caught in the middle of the map trying to switch plans, and like either I die or I'm wasting an amp or something.
Correct. Like, if you look at that situation, Orisa's full HP and she's fortified, and you know she has ult, and like, okay, yeah, maybe I'd still amp speed my Ana out, but yeah, but it's strange. Okay, sure. Yes. Yeah, this is good. We can do this all day long. It's funny, you're scared of this. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Dude, you've got all this room. You've got your amp. She's completely by herself, and yet you're chasing butterflies here. Like you could be chunking her HP right now. Why? Because you're there. I don't care who this is. You can handle that. It's no problem. And the problem is also not just the fact that you're wasting time in transition. You're also putting yourself in really bad positions. Like, look at where you were. And then look at where you are, right?
Yeah,
like, this
in the middle of high ground.
Kind of, it's ugly. And then there's an amp. We're still chasing. Okay, yeah, I mean, we're gonna be a broken record here. Let's can you stream gameplay on your end?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's do it.
Okay. Just give me 1 sec. I actually have never done this. So am I sharing my screen? Is that what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm. The stream Overwatch, yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, cool. Okay. I can only do it in standard definition. I assume that's okay.
That's totally fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen streams literally like 360p with HDR, so everything's so incredibly washed out. 10 frames per actually I did one where it was 1 frame per second or 1 frame every 2 seconds. Not even
joking. Wait, can I adjust the frames that this is
no,
okay?
It's fine. This is great.
Okay.
This is great. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, I like I said, I've literally coached 1 frame per second gameplay. It's fine. Anything is fine. Okay, so blank check here of all you're going to do is, I don't even really want you to worry about your amps, although that's something that you can continue to work on because that's going to take your full attention. And I don't want you to worry as much about your positioning. I guess you can work about your positioning, like which angle you want to help or whether you just want to go on your own.
Yeah.
But once you make that initial evaluation, I want you to kind of have faith with where you're at, unless there's literally nothing to do. Then you transition. Right? Okay.
Just like picking a plan, not getting caught in the middle. Yeah.
Do you have any questions here?
No, I mean, I feel like I've got a pretty concrete thing to think about. Is just like watching it now over. It's like this constant view of me switching, amping in the middle of nowhere, putting myself in like the easiest place to get shot, and then like neither applying pressure on a flank nor like peeling for my Ana.
Yeah, it's like you know all the things that you can do, so you just don't know what to do, right?
Yeah.
And then you don't do any of it well. So I think that's the key thing. Okay, do you have an Ana code or anything else you want to look at? Because we can look at maybe a couple fights while we're in queue here.
I've got an Ana code. I know I played bad in this game.
That's fine.
But I was playing Ana. you
Got it? Now we can just take a quick look here. Let me restart my stream. You might need to click around in Discord to find it. Like click on my profile picture at the top of the call until you find it. Discord's a little weird with stopping and restarting streams.
So stop my stream.
And just let me know when your queue pops.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got it. My queue just popped.
Okay, well that's well, here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do 2 times here. Okay, so you do whatever bands. Okay, good angle here. You could have committed further on the angle, like the rotation top left here, holding the sleep dart so you can hold the angle. It's no problem. You don't really have a sight line for. So this is kind of like one of the values of Ana is that like either you get offensive cooldown value or the insurance that if you dive me, you will get punished is your cooldown value. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like
we won this fight.
Yeah. So it's like it's not an amazing rotation for me. Like I felt like you could have rotated away from the Ryan Genji sooner because you knew that they were there. But like that Ryan Genji kind of need to go for you because you just shooting them is the neutral. Remember we said earlier with Lucio, it's like how can you force cooldowns by existing? Ana is like the definition of that, like because your weapon's really powerful, so they're forced to use cooldowns to get to you. You could have lived a lot longer. I will go as far to say that you could have focused on the. Okay, that's terrifying. You could have focused on the Genji after the sleep instead. Just walk away from the Ryan and focus on doing the Genji. But yeah. Okay, let's relook at the queue here.
Alright.
Click around until I find your. Yeah, you can restart
stream again.
It's fine.
Yeah, there we go.
Banger. Alright, what map we got here? Oh, well. Well, good luck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, usually I'll play like Zen on first here.
Yeah. Well, frick you, buddy. You're gonna have to make this work. I mean, this is actually the definition of like a bad Lucio map in terms of you play the Lucio. You're gonna have to play it in terms of you.
Is Mist of Fizz? Is that actual Mist of Fizz?
Nah, it's probably just a streamer name.
Yeah.
It's a streamer default name, so.
Okay.
Where good Lucio maps allow some. Well, first off, all the angles can work with the good Lucio maps, right? We've talked about that already. But also, good Lucio maps allow you to transition if you need to easier. This is the opposite. You're gonna probably only have 1 or 2 angles, 1 or 2 positions per spot that you can actually realistically do anything from. And if you transition, you're going to be in the middle of nowhere. So right now, you should be thinking, okay, well, let's start with the positioning. Where should I be? Like, where am I going to be able to provide value in terms of architecture? What does the map give me?
I feel like I'm
there.
Over here.
Where else?
Yeah.
Where else? Give me somewhere else.
Back there. Maybe?
Not really, because that. I mean, if we fight there, I guess. Look at where your tracer's at. To your right.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's not terrible either, right? That's a good spot for you to be. So just decide and then commit. Wherever you want to be. This is fine. You could do a lot of damage and a lot of control from this position. But I don't want you to transition unless you absolutely have to. Hold that short angle. This is a little too far back. Just hold the angle. This is still a little too far back. You're backing further up. You need to hold space forward, top left. Go forward, top left. Yeah. Because you're getting further into sniper positions. Go even further, top left. Poke down on that. Yeah, right here. This is what we're looking for. Yes. Hold the space. That's your room. Use the verticality a little bit better there and you're cooking. But you see what happens? You actually had impact, right? So you started to migrate further and further back. No.
Right,
you
I
need
wanted
to
to
do
drift.
something. Right. Like Kiriko is going to murder your family and you're going to do nothing. You need to doesn't even necessarily need to force like int. But you need to at least harass, distract, bait, right? I think that was a good position, but you played it too aggressively.
All right, I'll try.
All right, but I like the position. It was just too aggressive from that position. Be a little bit more patient. Yeah, even if the tracer doesn't go with you, this is good. Now get ready. They will put resources on you, so your priority is going to be living once they push you here. Don't chase. Just hold. Here it comes. Get ready. Kill me. Just hold. Just keep holding. Don't worry about it. Don't trust your team. Trust your team. Hold your position. Your only movement is if you see an opportunity to kill. Like here. Yeah, go for it. Uh-huh. Good job. Good job. So you notice your only movement was I see an opportunity to kill, and oh no, they're gonna kill me. I need to get out. That's it. That's exactly it. Yeah.
There's so much simpler.
Is that Malga still alive? Dang, that Malga's still alive. Yeah. That's criminal. Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, I did not even know where that Malga was. And then I was Burger King and it got
You feel the value? You see the value I'm talking about? Like, it's huge. Lots of damage, lots of healing, lots of space control. Hold this space with your Orisa. Don't worry about your Tracer. Now, how are you going to retake? What you're going to beat in, obviously, and then where are you going to go once you beat in?
Find a support.
Find a position. Find a position.
Give him another take. We're almost back.
You just don't want to be on point necessarily if you have to. Like, at least not in the middle of the point. Let's go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. You don't want to be here. Get in that room if you need to. Uh-huh. Yeah. This is your space. Who's next? You can do this room. Yeah, yeah. This is a good room for you. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Good job. If you're not in that room, that Tracer kills you, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Good job. And we go right back to where we were. Secretly a broken Lucio map, I guess.
I can't believe that worked. I felt so uncomfortable too. Every time I like
it's
wanted to switch to go somewhere else, you're like, just stay here.
It's because like, you're taking responsibility. Like you were controlling space for your team. It's your job to hold that room. If you don't, you saw what happened when you were playing the top left high ground, which by the way isn't bad. You just needed to hold it more aggressively.
Yeah.
And you did towards the end, but I had to tell you to. I had to be like, get up there, get on that Life Weaver. You didn't even need to drop from the high ground. Just hold the angle and shoot, because you could do good damage from there. So you needed to choose one of the two. You chose the left, and then backed off from the position further and further and further away, which meant that you couldn't retake. So it was like, go, you need to go. So you entered, which was a choice, but it did work, right? It was better than AFK, right?
Yeah.
But then when you came back, you're like, okay, well, then might as well just go to that angle, and that feels a little bit more comfortable. And then Tracer couldn't really stage easily, had to go all the way around. You're getting good damage on tank, you're harassing Ashe. The Tracer chases you a couple of times, you waste your time.
Yeah. And it's amazing. Then I could just, because I feel like I've got decent mechanics in like fighting a 1v1, I could just fight 1v1s instead of getting shot in the middle of the open.
I mean, it's just you are in that room. It's an advantage. It's you just looking at the thing and saying, this room is like another amp for me. Facing most characters, right? Like, even as a Tracer, like, the verticality for Lucio is better than Tracer. So, like, that's a better room for you than it is even for Tracer. So, okay, let's do it again. So, same thing here. Like, this game's not in the bag, right? So, practice here. Practice your position that you want to play. Look at where they are. Where's that close room? Wherever it may be. I mean, it may be the same room. Maybe it's not. And then just exist there. So, yeah, sure. Go for it. Yeah, they're giving it to you, so just take it. Go all the way in. Yeah, keep going. Yep. Now, this is where it gets awkward. So you may just be able to exist here and get decent value. Oh, look, they're pushing you. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is okay. So now where? Yeah. Just decide where you want to go. That to your right is your responsibility. It's right there. Do you hear it to the right? To your right, to your right, to your right. Look to your right. That's yours. So that was your mistake because you went to the room and that Sojourn BAP were right next to you, and you were looking at your tank 25 meters away. It's not your job. You're not BAP. You can't heal that. You need to kill that. You need to kill that. They're right there. Your job is whatever's close to you. Let's do it again. Yeah. Good. Yeah. And that's your job. That's your job. Malgo's your job. Malgo's your job. Because he's here. Now what? What's close to you? What's close to you? This is fine. Just keep. This is so. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. This is your responsibility. Yeah, your responsibility. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Yes, this is your job. Yes, good. It's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That was. This is because you were down one for too long. You were down one a long time, but that's your job. You did it. Good job. You actually got a trade off of that. Well done.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Stop trying to stream. Yeah. Stop trying to be like, oh, no, Malga is your job. You did it. Good job. Let's do it again. Obviously, wait for your team here, but that was good.
Yeah.
The only mistake there was earlier in that fight, you did another moment of where you just didn't do anything because you didn't know what to do, so you just bumbled around.
Yeah.
It's okay. Okay. Where do you go? And then what is your responsibility from there?
What I was supposed to do?
Yeah. It's your job. That's your job. That's your job. Go get it. She's there. She's there. You gotta deal with that. It's too slow. So that was the closest target available, so that's immediately your responsibility. You understand?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you need to end there, but you need to take a little bit of a risk there. This is your job. This is your job. Keep stay here. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. Go for it. Do it. That's okay. That's okay. Just keep shooting the freaking Malga. There's nothing else you can do. Or the junk. Mm-hmm. Now what? Who's close? Yeah, this is your job. Good job. Stay on it. Stay on him. Uh-huh. Who's next? Good job.
Oh, wow.
It was really stupid for you to walk in the cage, but you know what? But it was right there, and you had amp, and you had beat, and okay, sure, you did something.
Honestly, my thought, I know it's like slow brain, but my thought, I had beat, and I was like, oh, I should be in cage with beat, and I just like
I know, yeah. It's just even with within Orisa, it's probably better to just trust or fortify or javelin spin there. But like, to be honest with you, it was fine. Like it's not that deep. It was fine.
Yeah.
So, this is what I want you to do here. Is I want you to watch that attack again on your own, and I want you to look at where you moved and where you put your attention and resources, and just spend like 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, and just go like, okay, I should have done this, I could have done this, or why am I hesitating here, or what do I need to be doing better there? And just give yourself some feedback on what needs to be done better, okay? Because you now, I think you're at a point in time now where you know exactly what you need to be looking for. And so we're going to focus on two things. Number one, your rotations, where you were, and number two, what you were looking at, all right?
Okay.
Excellent job. Not perfect, but significantly better than New Junk City. No more popcorning. You were doing your job. You were doing your job. Any questions?
No, I felt a lot better. It was like an easy thing to think about. It was helpful to have your voice in the back of my head.
Yeah, like, absolutely. Because I'm priming you. I'm priming you, right? Like you got to break those habits, right? But the good news is that you're at a point in time now to where like it's not that you don't have mechanical mistakes, right? But you're at a point in time where you can afford to cut yourself some slack on your mechanics, your boop usage, and dare I say your amp usage even, and allow yourself to just focus on where do I need to be, what I need to be shooting. Trust your instincts. Now. Yeah. In regards to the amp usage, I do think it is also something you should be putting attention to in a certain percentage of your games, to where you only fixated when am I going to be using my amp. Not saving it. Don't save your amp necessarily more than you are right now, but using it with more purpose and or making sure that it's on the right aura when you are using it, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
So, but if that is what you would be working on, that would be the only thing that you're working on. You would not be doing what we just did there.
Right. It's like purposeful, like I'm focusing on this. And I understand that like sometimes when you do that, you even get worse or you lose games, but it's because you're trying to purposefully improve something.
You do. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Exactly. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, I don't think so. I think you've given me a pretty clear thing to work on, which is what I wanted was, I know it's not going to solve every problem, but it's something that I can, like a couple things that I can focus on.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep. And I will say this is just the support fundamental. Obviously with Lucio, it's a little bit trickier because you have that habit of rotating with Ana. That's probably not quite as much there. But again, with Ana, it's the same kind of mindset of like, what do I need to be doing? I don't know.
Yeah.
In the first fight that we looked at in Oasis, it was probably playing your life because everything was looking at you. So your job was to survive as long as you possibly could and or punish the survival. It wasn't to heal your team or to damage the enemy team, right? It was just to survive. So wherever you are, whatever opportunity presents itself, just get as much value out of that situation as you possibly can, and don't worry about the details, what's optimal. Just do the thing that you're there on, and that's it.